Yo, my guys, Charlie Special. Welcome to another edition of Extra Time live here in the studios of Soccer Bet. It's exciting, really, really good times, isn't it? These days, the rains have been coming down here and there. So, Charlie, it is well, it is well, it is well, it is well, all right? It is well. The likes of Ayenga, I won't go and do. I won't go and so easy go, and I won't win tonight. I won't go, but I don't sorted.
Me a talk is a bit sorted.
Oh, man, I was sorted.
Me a talk is a bit sorted.
Oh, man, I was sorted. But I ain't got. But I.
US burger.
Oh, sorted crowd.
US burger.
No, so guys, Charlie, big time. The Black Stars are in camp. They've been training ahead of the friendly against Wales. They are in Cardiff, Dragon Park. That's where they've been training. And 28 players have been called. And we hear that just about 24 or so players are in camp at the moment. And a few of them are still trooping in. And we're going to have the full complement of the team, hopefully by the end of this week. So, exciting times. You're waiting for the final 26 man. Just two players are likely to be taken out of the squad. And there are rumors that the two players will be two goalkeepers and the rest of the squad is set. I don't know why Fabrizio came under attack when he posted that Ghana has released their squad for the World Cup. And then Charlie Boys were telling, hey, Charlie Fabrizio, that team with 28, with the World Cup. This one will
come out the two goalkeepers.
Yeah, Charlie.
The goalkeepers, self, the way they arrange them, the two them will come out. You go see. The last two, no, they will come out them.
Charlie,
five, the last two, you go really,
really
arrange them.
No, Fabrizio go delete that thing. He delete them. Quick. They say, Fabrizio, how did you get this wrong? So, yeah, the Black Stars are in camp. But there have been a few conversations about some players that are not in the squad. Someone like Derrick Kohn, his family has been speaking. We understand his father, or is this his uncle?
His uncle.
And they are not happy. They are just disappointed in the fact that he's not been called up. Left back alongside Rahman and Gideon Mensah. It looks like his place was taken by Rahman. That's what it looks like. His place was taken by Rahman because prior to Coach Carlos coming in, Rahman going to the World Cup was not in the picture. It was not in the picture, It was not in the picture. That's within the period that Otuado was there. Rahman going to the World Cup was not in the picture, at least based on what we know. But the new coach coming in, things change quickly. And, that has also generated some debate whether Rahman deserved to go to the World Cup, after being out for almost 3 years, and all of that. So, Ayenga is already, what is the name? Benai is also here. So, let's get talking. Let's talk about that Rahman situation and the criticism that has followed his inclusion. Is it justified, though? Are people being fair to Rahman for accepting to be part of the squad to go to the World Cup? I mean, the numbers clearly show that he's doing well in the Greeks, the Greece league. Yeah. Right, he's doing well, and it also shows if you look at the players he's competing with, Gideon Mensah, Derrick, they are his direct competitors. He is the better of the three. So based on his numbers, based on his performance, clearly he deserves to be there. But in terms of the history, which explains his absence from the team for the last 3 years. Some say, no, you don't stay away and say, you are not mentally ready to play for the Black Stars. And when it's the World Cup, you say, hey, when the World Cup came there, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Are the criticism justified?
But now, you go talk or make a spoil.
Master, those criticizing Rahman, no, it's just because of his association. Because he's associated with Ket. If it were to be any other Ghanaian, I'm not sure he would have been under this kind of fire. If you take Rahman out of this team, as in the left back position, Zach, who is better than Rahman in terms of the left back? There is no Ghanaian defender right now in that left back slot who is better than Rahman. This is the World Cup we are going to. World Cup, you are going with your best players. So if you have the best player at that position and he's now ready to go, why not? At least he's Ghanaian. When Inaki said he didn't feel Ghanaian and World Cup approached, and then the Oba car said Obekono. Said no koi. This guy never said he won't play. He just said he's taking a break because he was booed at the stadium. His family were there. his kids, and he felt it had taken a toll on him and the family. So he just wanted to take a break from the Black Stars. And when he's ready, he'll come. He never said it in a disrespectful manner. He never said he's not going to play for the team again. He said when he's ready. Now he says he's ready.
What about those who say
he's ready?
When we needed you, like during the qualifiers, during the AFCON, when we needed you, you also...
He said he wasn't
turned it
ready.
down.
When Ben White also said he was taking a break from the English national team because whenever he felt ready to return, he would return. Look at how they took it. Even some weren't happy with it and all that. But Charlie, these are individuals. They're also human beings. They are not robots. If he says he's not ready, he's not ready. It doesn't mean he says he won't play for the national team again. He says when he's ready and he feels like he's ready to play, he will play. Now the guy says he feels ready. Carlos Queiroz spoke to him and he said he feels ready to come. Queiroz called him because he knows that at the moment, Charlie, he's the best left back we have and we will need his services. Now he says he's ready. I don't see any issue with that.
And there are those who say that, look, even if Baba Rahman had said he's not ready, everything we need to do to make sure he changes his mind.
We should
I'm ready.
Yeah, we should have done it.
They say we need to
because
do it.
in his absence, the things we've been seeing at that left back slot, Charlie.
Because we've seen the Black Stars. We've seen the Black
sir.
Stars' preparations to the World Cup. The dismissal of Otuado signaled that something significant needed to change in the Black Stars setup beyond the technical team. If you want to go to the World Cup and do well and not just repeat the performance in the 2022 World Cup, something significant had to change.
Yeah.
And if part of the things that needed to change was a certain Baba Rahman being reintegrated into the team, then we had to do it.
And he takes, he takes a lot of boxes. Experience-wise, he takes that box. He has been to major competitions with the national team, so he knows the terrain very well. He's experienced. In terms of consistency, he's been one of our most consistent Ghanaian players performing in Europe. Or let me say outside Ghana. He's been one of the best Ghanaian players outside. His injury records has been good in recent times. So I see no reason why people should have issues with his return to the national team if we claim we want to take the best of players to the World Cup to represent us. So I absolutely have no issues with that.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity, sir.
Thank you for the word so sweet.
I'll say thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for the opportunity, Zach.
Look, it's behaving like the guys who call on radio.
You asked that question. What do you feel about this? First of all, thank you for the opportunity. I want to greet my...
wait.
And do you know what's funny? Just a bit on that radio too. They call, they are listening to, say, Adom FM. All right? Adom FM phone lines are there. Call on Adom FM. In fact, Adom FM, I'm also near. Now, friend, why now?
So, back to the Baba Rahman issue. I mean, I personally don't see why Ghanaians are so angry with Baba Rahman back to the national team. And Benaya highlighted and gave a very good point. I mean, Zach, you also mentioned you touched on several issues. And if you take a look at the national team currently, like Benaya mentioned, there's currently no one closer to the level of Baba Rahman. And for the last 3 seasons, Baba Rahman being with Park in the Greek league.
Yeah.
And you look at the number of players Ghana has rotated at the left back position. Almost 5 players. We have Patrick Bozo, Gideon Mensah, Ali Duseidu, Isaac Afo, Samatex. And then we have, Derrick Kohn. None of them comes close to Baba Rahman. Apart Gideon Mensah, who, has been very good in the position. But even with him, we've not had consistency when he plays that position. Yeah. Baba Rahman, prior to Gideon Mensah coming into the picture, Baba Rahman was the sole player. I mean, Charlie, let's be honest with ourselves. So, Baba Rahman, when Baba Rahman was Baba Rahman at Chelsea and he joined the Black Stars, you remember that AFCON when Baba Rahman got injured? That injury to date has been the downfall of Baba Rahman. And if you look at Baba Rahman before that time, so now, bro, the guy suffered when he was in the Black Stars jersey and he got injured. And the reason why Baba Rahman's injury and that whole career downturn came about was because of the Black Stars. And Ghanaians needs to understand that, the guy has really suffered. He came from an injury, a very serious injury. Even because of that, his Chelsea career came to a standstill. He couldn't get a chance to break into the squad. And he got relegated into the U21s. The U21 period, he was recovering, a transition period. And then Ghana gave him a chance. Oh, you suffered an injury because you were in the Black Stars. So come and play. And then that was more like an opportunity. Like we see with the Spanish national team. Gavi got injured. De La Fonte invited him to the national team camp because he couldn't make the squad. They invited him to the national team camp. He won the Euros with them, but then his name wasn't part. But that was a form of support during the U21 period, Chelsea U21 period. But even with that, like Zach mentioned, because his association with the GFA president, there were questions around that. And now look, the guy has excused himself from the national team. He's not performing consistently, and you guys are angry with him. I don't get it, bro.
No, it's not. They're not angry that he's performing consistently. They're angry that he is showing up when there is a World Cup.
Were we angry at
show up? Why didn't he show up when we were playing the qualifiers?
And that's where the question comes in. The guy said he's not ready because you guys booed at him.
But the people who booed at him are still there.
No, the people who booed, they're still there. But then you look at the number of coaches who have in the 3-year period have tried to convince him. They've all had a reason to have Baba Rahman back to the national team. Otoado tried several times. Even my engagement with Baba Rahman, he mentioned that Otto. You remember I went to his house with Daniel to go interview him.
Yeah.
He mentioned that Otto has been a consistent caller. Otto has been calling, but he's not ready. And then Chris Hilton came into the picture. Chris Hilton too has been calling. He wasn't ready. And then now we have Carlos. Carlos. I don't know some of the points Carlos gave to Baraman that if you come, this and this. I guess it might probably be because of his experience and then his performance is being displayed at this club level. Yeah. His second year at POC, he won the Greek Cup with him. Went to Europe. Very good performance with Greek POC in the Europa League. And look, Baraman, like Zach Benaya mentioned, is one of our best left back. Without him, I don't think we can progress. Baraman in the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, he was one of our integral players. Even though, no, he was. Yeah, Baraman was.
He was.
He was the player who gave an assist against Portugal. And then we got a goal. So if you don't have such a player, when was the last time Gideon Mensah gave an assist in the Black Stars? No, I'm not trying to chastise or criticize Gideon Mensah.
These are facts.
These are facts. When was the last time? We should be careful and do well with some of our criticism. Baraman deserves his call-up. And look, I'm a big fan of Baraman. I believe he's going to do well in the Black Stars. And
even prior to the 2014 World Cup, Michael Essien time in the Black Stars was limited. But when it was time for that World Cup, we all came to a certain understanding that no, Charlie is the World Cup. And a player of the pedigree of Michael Essien, on any day, even if you are going to get him for 2 games in the World Cup, his impact will be so significant that whatever we need to do to bring him in, we need to bring him in. Yeah. The same applies to Baba Rahman. What Baba Rahman is coming to contribute to this team is what he's got, his skill set, what he's coming to bring into this team is so significant that, look, guys, if we have to keep quiet and enjoy the good fruits that he will bear in that team, we need to. Because Baba Rahman, Charlie, we've seen the numbers. We've seen the numbers that have gone viral.
Yeah, right?
But what about Derrick Kohn?
Oh no, Charlie, that guy make them come up for that. Those shouting and calling for his inclusion tonight, they should stop what you are doing. Like we see him. We see the guy. You don't see him against Austria and Germany. Against Austria, no, forget the German assist. That assist was like it take flash on the eye.
But you just mentioned Baba Rahman gave an
assist. No. Okay. He gave an assist. He gave an assist. But then look at the game against Germany and Austria. That was one of the baddest, like, Charlie.
No, but was he the only one who was bad?
No, he wasn't the only one who was bad. But
so why do you single him out?
Let me get this. So if we were to put Derrick and Baba Rahman, and the coach decided that, okay, out of these 2 players, let me pick one. A Ghanaian's trying to tell me that the coach should have picked Derrick ahead of Baba Rahman.
Shock, bro.
Like, I'm trying to get this logic. Because at the end of the day, he can only pick, let me say, 2 slots for one position.
How many
times?
times?
Decided that, okay, I'm trying to get into Carlos's head.
Yeah.
He has Kohn here. He has Baba Rahman here. I mean, it shouldn't be a debate.
Look, how many times has Kohn played for the Black Stars? How many times have we seen Kohn in the Black Stars? How many times? You know me 3.
Baba Rahman has about 40 appearances with the Black Stars.
If you take the Kirin Cup, Korea, Japan, or 4, Austria, Germany, not before times. Baba Rahman, how many times? We've seen him retire. Kohn, those 2 matches, defensively, he's been very, very poor. I'm not going to lie you. He was one of the poorest defenders or left back I've seen defend. I was a big critic of that guy. He's one of the poorest defenders I've seen, left backs I've seen defend. He's only effective when going forward. And Ghana don't need that at this point. Though we like to play. And you look at Carlos Queiroz, his track record of coaching teams. He's a defensive-oriented coach. And going into that game, you need a player like Baba Rahman who can defend and give you what you need going forward. Baba Rahman is good at that. When he's moving forward, you are assured of a good cross. When you are defending, you are assured of, making tackles. Derrick, when you are going forward, good. Defense, So, Charlie, that's in you put a talk, say, Derrick. Look, I'm very surprised about the family. What the family are doing, they are trying to bring the boys.
I think they are rather.
I think it's a bad move.
Yeah.
I'm a big.
I think he's young.
Yes,
He's got a future
26 years. 26 years. He has more years ahead of him. And they should minimize the noise. The uncle coming out to shout that Ghana has signed a car. Ghana can is that entitlement? Where is that sense of entitlement from?
Yeah.
Who gave him that sense of entitlement? It's a country. This is not a club football. If you are called to play for the national team, it should be an honor. You shouldn't force it on us that we should call you by 4x4. Who is he? Derrick why? They should stop what they are doing, uncle. The family members should stop what they are doing. It's a national team, and we are all building it for the welfare of the country. If you are not called, you should support the country. Dean Huijsen, he wasn't called for the Spanish national team, albeit being a crucial part of their setup during the qualifying phases and friendly matches. The guy came on X to write that he's supporting them, he'll be supporting them from home and his teammates. This is good way of
If
supporting.
you can even add Joao Pedro.
Joao Pedro too.
So
Look, painfully omitted for Neymar. That guy's performance, look, if it was Ghana, I think we all be against that omission. But then look, Joao Pedro, good player. He knows what national team is about. Let me support you and go for the World Cup. And then you have your family and all that coming out. Like that one, it be slow move. I think he should come out and apologize. And then the brother also should also come out. His brother's statement is actually disrespectful. They should ask Coach Carlos and those one. What kind of this? Like what kind of entitlement is that? Charlie, you see that statement and then you're kind of like, what is this? Who are you? Derrick, who are you? If you know Ghana, who know you? Like, who are you? Like, it's serious. They should stop what they're doing.
I think I agree with you when you say, look, the players, especially the family of Derrick, they've got to exercise some restraint because the guy has got some future ahead of him, all right? If you create the impression that the reason why, and it looks like, that was why he wanted to play for the Black Star. He wanted to go to the World Cup. And he didn't get the opportunity to go to the World Cup. Then, he's like, what is happening? Why are we not going to the World Cup? Yes, everybody wants to play at the World Cup. And he looked like he was on the verge of playing at the World Cup. And certainly, he would have been at the World Cup if Otuado was in charge. But that's what happens. That's what happens when there's a change in coaches. It's unfortunate, but people get affected. But if you truly want to play for the Black Stars, you truly want to contribute your quota to the country in terms of sports, then all you need to do at this point, yes, look, fair enough. I was not included, no problem. I'm going to support the team because anything can happen. Guys, look, God forbid. Of course, the players will not want that to happen, but anything can happen to the players who have been called.
Yeah.
And you might be in a position to be called in to replace these players. And if this is what is going on, then you might even lose that opportunity. That's why they've got to be careful the things they say. Even the family, you should not be granting an interview at all. You should be quiet. Should be quiet. Just stay there because anything can happen. Anything can happen at all. You might be called upon to replace anybody last minute. And if that happens and you miss the opportunity, all right, there's going to be qualifiers in September. We have AFCON qualifiers in September. Next year, there'll be an AFCON tournament. And you might have the opportunity to play there, okay? 26. You can even get an opportunity to play at the next World Cup if you're able to qualify. So, Charlie, think about the future. It might not even be you. It might be your children in the future who will have the opportunity to play for the Black Stars. Unless, based on this, the decision is that, Charlie, I don't want to have anything to do with the Black Stars. Okay, so I think they need to be a bit more careful when it comes to some of these things. Let's just touch on the goalkeeping department a bit because 5 goalkeepers were called up. And some raised a concern that for Coach Carlos and his goalkeeping team to call up 5 players, knowing very well that they have at least 2 friendlies leading up to the World Cup. You've got one against Wales, that's confirmed. There's an unconfirmed one against Jamaica. We've heard that is in the offing and it might be confirmed. It's unconfirmed, but the confirmed one is against Wales. So let's take the Wales one. So you've got one major friendly before the World Cup. And even before that game against Wales, the World Cup squad will be announced on June 1. The friendlies against Wales
after the Wales game, or
no,
right after.
Yeah,
before the game.
Before the game.
Okay.
So before the game, the 26-man squad for the World Cup will be announced.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah, by FIFA. So FIFA will publish it. June 1, FIFA will publish it. Then June 2, we'll go and play the Wales friendly.
Yeah.
You get it? So people raise concern that, okay, if that's the case, 5 goalkeepers, is it really the case that Benjamin Asari's position as number 1 goalkeeper for the Black Stars is in question? For which reason 5, 2 more have been called in to be assessed? Or is it the case that maybe they are just looking for the second and third because Benjamin Asari number 1 is concrete?
Zach, if you take tournament football, if you take a good look at tournament football, a very important piece in it all is the goalkeeping area.
Yeah.
We've seen it at Real Madrid. Madrid were able to advance to several levels of the Champions League final because of Courtois.
Yeah.
We saw it for PSG, the year they won the Champions League.
Chelsea, Mendy.
Very good. Navas, and then this Donnarumma case and all that. Tournament football, goalkeeping areas plays a very good role in tournament football. And the Black Stars, as you look at it, as you see it now, has a very big problem in the goalkeeping areas.
Really?
Oh,
At the
it
moment,
has,
we do.
It has.
Even with Asari.
No. Even with Asari, we have a problem. I'm not saying Asari is a bad goalkeeper, but we have a problem there. There are certain things that, I mean, you would expect that they are avoidable or they are fixed. And I think that's why Gaspar and then the coaching department of the Black Stars have called 5 goalkeepers just to test and then know the right people to
Because
pick
it's
up.
the only department you have extra men.
Exactly. So it
Because
tells
bar those 2 extra players, we know the squad for the World Cup.
exactly. So it tells you that there's a bit of competition there. They want to find the right piece. They want to fill in the right materials in there. They wouldn't want to take or maybe make a decision that in the end they'll regret. At least we should have taken go because Ghanaians, we like to coach. We act as if we know all that. So if that's the problem, why not invite the other people? Because we have Reverson there, we have Agbasi. All these guys are new in the team. And most of us can attest that they are also good goalkeepers. So why not give them the chance, test their level of goalkeeper on their reflex abilities and see if truly we can pick them to the World Cup or not that. So I believe it's a very good move and a good step if the technical team wants to look at the other options available.
Will it be acceptable to you if we ever wake up to hear that Benjamin Asari has been dropped?
I don't think that will happen. I don't see it happening too because it's never going to be a case that we are going to hear that. And it's going to be very, very unfair to Benjamin Asari too because he's been with the team for a very long time. And I don't think coaches are going to opt for something new. Like we've seen with the Rahman situation. Someone who knows the environment pretty well. And Reverson and Agbesi, if it is going to be someone who's going to even be dropped, it might probably be Joseph Annan and then Reverson. These guys are not fully, like they weren't born in the Ghanaian culture. Or probably, they might be good in the goalkeeping space, but then a level of advantage might be given to some of these boys. Atizigi, Asari, and then Agbasi. And then Agbasi, I don't see him making the squad, but then some level of advantage can be given to him, and then the likes of Joseph Annan. But Reverson, he's young, he's relatively young, he can make
more time.
He has more time and he can make different World Cup squads and all that. He's 29, he's 19 or so, 20, thereabouts. So the squad, we having 5 goalkeepers in the squad, I think it's a good sign, and the technical team wants to have something different.
And I think psychologically also is good. It's good for the goalkeepers.
Yeah.
To know that Charlie, we'll get 5 for a year or so for look sharp.
Yeah.
You know, because at the moment, all the goalkeepers there, you can have at the back of your mind that telling me I've been here long, my place is guaranteed, but I don't feel shock you.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
feel shock you.
Yeah.
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 So go, you did training plus the boys.
Yeah.
Where the coaches all they see the team for the
Yeah.
training. Then play sure that somebody they do baby jet vibes. You have
Yeah.
where somebody to they move like slow.
And it could even be like, it could even be that if even they might impress and not make it
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
World Cup, but you have given the coach an impression about you. So even before, after the tournament, you will be in his plans
Yeah.
for subsequent.
But
games and
do you
tournaments.
feel, Bernard, that at the moment Benjamin Asari is untouchable in that Black Stars
I don't
squad?
think he's untouchable, but I think he still has to impress the coach. Because if I were a coach and my first time watching him against Mexico, even though Carlos Queiroz wasn't there, I definitely know that he was monitoring that game. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
I'm not sure he would be impressed with what he saw
Yeah.
with Benjamin Asari
Yeah.
and all. So I think he'll still have a lot of work to do to impress the coach. You know, he has Atizigi also there. So I think heading into the World Cup, personally, I can't tell who's going to be Carlos Queiroz's number one. And I won't be surprised if it's not, what's the name? Benjamin Asari as our number one. I won't be surprised at all. I won't be surprised at all. And even Benjamin Asari himself said it in an interview.
Yeah.
That, he said it, I think yesterday.
Yeah, he said it.
He said if the coach decides to pick another person ahead of him, he's not going to, it's a team sport. At the end of the day, you want Ghana to win.
Yeah.
So if the coach feels,
But
I'm going to go for Atizigo, I'm going to go for this. It's a tournament football. Child.
No, for the optics there, that sounds
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bakumemu there,
Bazak.
Yeah, so
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Bakumemu there.
Yeah, but I think the last two goalkeepers on the Reverson and I think they're the ones going to miss out.
I think if Ghana was to be, I mean, if we try to do our things like some of the European countries or a more visionary country, we could include some of these boys as training players for the team. Because we've seen with Spain, even though they have their 26-man squad announced, they have excess of 8 players who are young. Benal, Sergio Gomez, some of these boys all joining the main squad to.
I think it's resources. If the team has the resources to accommodate extra players, they will do that. You know, they can have them there. You know, just if they have the resources to accommodate them, Spain they wouldn't have a problem. But will Ghana have a problem? And one thing that just while you were talking, I was also reminded of is that now, based on the FIFA regulations for this World Cup, Ghana will name a 26-man squad, but
Have a reserve.
they could take 4 goalkeepers to the World Cup. Now, there is 3 goalkeepers who are going to be part of the main squad. Then there is 1 outstanding goalkeeper who has a chance to be substituted for any goalkeeper, any of the 3 goalkeepers who gets injured. Okay. FIFA has allowed that window for that replacement to be done. You know, it's part of the new regulations. So Spain, like you mentioned, they have an extra goalkeeper. Portugal, they have an extra goalkeeper. And they are there to be training with the team in the event a goalkeeper, the 3 main goalkeepers, one of them get injured, then that reserve goalkeeper can come and substitute him. Because they don't want a case where, Charlie, the teams could be disadvantaged that 1 goalkeeper is hurt, then they are just left with 2 goalkeepers, and that could be a disadvantage. So that's the new regulation FIFA has introduced. So what we are going to see is that 1 goalkeeper will be dropped from the 5. 3 will be in the main squad, and 1 will be reserved. 1 will be reserved. So I'm not sure who's going to get the opportunity to be reserved and be training with the team and get the chance to replace. Not sure whether it be Agbesi, maybe someone else. But that is just a piece of information for you. But the guys seem to agree that Benjamin Asari, Benan said he's not untouchable.
Yeah, it's not untouchable at all. Yeah,
if Benjamin Asari
is
does
dropped.
not end up as number 1.
As the number 1, yeah.
That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. Just in terms of the attack, though, Kamaldeen is still with the team, right? Fatah Isaku is still with the team. Jordan Ayew is there. Inaki William is there. Brandon Thomas Asante is there. The only other omission was Joseph Pinto. So he's missing another World Cup. He missed out in 2022 World Cup. He's missing out on this World Cup. And people are wondering exactly what could be the reason for his omission. Like, what is the case against him at the moment? Because the case against him in 2022 was the fact that he was lacking defensively.
Yeah.
At least that's what he told us, that Otuado told him. So in this case, what could be the case against him? Is it because he actually came to say that? Is it because Nano Hano and Aze? What could be the case against him at the moment?
I think Joseph is unlucky. Joseph Pinso is one very unlucky player. I mean, it's unfortunate he came at a time when things were not in his favor. I mean, luck actually plays a part in football. And Joseph is unlucky. If I say he's unlucky, because there are a lot of factors fighting against him. I don't want to mention the FA in here, but then there are a lot of factors.
But just on the field, let's look at the players who have been called up, who are playing his position. So he's playing on the left wing, right?
Left and right.
Left or right wing. So let's say the left wing, let's say the left wing. So the left wing, his direct competition will be who? Kamaldeen?
Yeah, Kamaldeen.
And if you have Joseph Pinto and you have Kamaldeen, who would you opt for going into the tournament based on their performance even this season?
A lot of people might go for Pinto, but then I'll stick with Kamaldeen.
Why would you say?
I'll stick with Kamaldeen because you look at the level which Kamaldeen is playing. Although he's not a starter, it's not a guaranteed starter in the Serie A. He makes some cameos for Atlanta and also plays in the Champions League. He played in the Champions League actually. So this levels kind of...
He's playing at a higher level.
Not the higher... Both are playing at the highest level.
No, I mean, MLS and Serie A in the Champions League is completely different.
It's completely different.
Yeah,
but
if you're playing the MLS and someone is playing the Serie A and also playing the Champions League, it's a higher level.
It's a higher level compared to that.
Yeah.
But then, so I'm going to pick Kamaldeen ahead of Joseph Pinto based on these two factors.
But if you look at how Kamaldeen has fared in the Black Stars team over the years, has he contributed much to the team?
His contribution the contribution aspect is a problem. But then the Kamaldeen I saw against Japan, South Korea, was a completely different Kamaldeen Suleiman. It gave a fair point of an idea of what Kamaldeen is going to bring to the team when he gets the chance. Against Germany, I didn't see him much. He didn't start against Germany. He didn't start against Austria. It was all a cameo. But against South Korea and Japan, we saw a completely different Kamaldeen Suleimana. You could see, and in that match, because there were no focal points or no leaders in the team, he decided to take the team out.
When it comes to pace, he's got pace. Likewise, Joseph Pinto. When it comes to conversion, he's deficient in that area.
Yeah,
that's a fact. Joseph Pinto is better in that area. So what is the extra?
That's what I mentioned. The league aspect. I believe the MLS and then the Serie A and then the Champions League factor could potentially play a role in his selection ahead of Pinto and all that.
I mean, Ben, was this purely based on performance? Or you think there are some other issues that...
This one makes national team a bit interesting because sometimes some decisions are made where you feel, but this player performs better than this player, or this... Okay, I won't say Joseph Pinto performs better than, let me say, Kamaldeen, but Kamaldeen is also playing a competitive league. So so someone will say his one goal there is like Ubeshe 2 goals and not 3 goals, and then you equal somebody's 1 goal in the European league. You are but yeah, it's like somebody playing the Saudi league. Yeah, okay, yeah. But I don't know. I feel maybe the coach looked at Kamaldeen's profile and what he does, what he brings to the team, and decided that he would prefer his type than Joseph Pinto. That's what I think. Yeah, that's what I think. They are very similar profiles, though. They are all similar. They are very similar in terms. They all have pace. They are finishing. Joseph Pinto finishing in the national. Yeah, his numbers might be good in club. Yeah, but I don't know. It's an interesting one, though. But I want to trust that the coach knows what he's doing in terms of that decision.
I think that this might be unspoken. It will not be something that any official will speak to. But I think Joseph Pinto shot himself in the foot after granting that interview immediately after the dismissal of Otuado.
So you feel I
think it did. And look, whether you like it or not, there's no coach who wants a player who talks a lot or will speak ill of him.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, you say, well, this was fact. He didn't say anything wrong. But there's no coach who wants a player in a situation like, who wants a player associated with things like that.
Yeah.
All right. It came
Like small thing, you
I don't know
carry-
if there was coincidence. Maybe the interview was granted much earlier before, but just when Otuado was dismissed, then that interview came out, and that interview did some damage to Otuado. It did some damage to Otuado, and Otuado, in fact, we know leading up to his dismissal that Charlie, some people, if they had their way, Otuado would not be dismissed. If some officials had their way, Otuado would remain at the helm of the affairs and continue to coach the national team. All right. So I think I don't want to use the word, but I'm tempted to use the word that I think this was more of a disciplinary issue than performance-based. Yeah. That Joseph Pinto maybe, just maybe, if he had not granted that interview, he could have been in this team.
Could have been on the plane to US.
He could have been on the plane to the US. And that maybe that interview which he granted took some points away from him. You know, the coach is like, why is this player talking plainly like that? No, I don't want a player who talks a lot like that.
Maybe he had the impression that he'd be one of those players, if he's not selected among the first 11, might.
Yeah.
You know, some coaches are very critical with that. They want to take players who will be willing to be on the bench and not bring confusion.
They want a team player.
Yeah, they want a team. Yeah,
they want a team player.
I think.
Yeah, they want a team player because
I think I side with what
because
you're
bottom
saying.
line,
Yeah,
I think
that could
Joseph,
also be,
whatever Otuado told you, he told you in confidence. Okay, he told you in confidence, and I think if I was part of his communication team, I would just be saying, look, don't talk about the reason why. If anybody asks you about the 2022 World Cup, just say, well, I missed out. It was unfortunate, but no problem. We supported the team. We didn't do well as a country, but hopefully, going into this one, we'll do better. Forget about whatever reason was given.
Yeah.
You can talk about that after you've retired. Do an autobiography and talk about it. And you can give us the details and we'll milk it. By that time, you grow old. Nobody has to call you out for any national team.
And we've seen it with players from Europe.
Yeah.
Talk about Jose Mourinho and then Pep and all that. They are all retired players. They don't talk about them when they're in their prime.
So it's unfortunate because I feel Joseph Pinto can contribute something to it. If you watch him play in the MLS, the guy is super.
Yeah, even in the national team, the qualifiers, he brings something. Yeah,
But
such a good player.
I don't remember the last time I saw Joseph start a game for the Black Stars. I mean, it was only in the 2022 AFCON.
No, it was in the qualifiers. The qualifiers to this World Cup was in all the games.
Yeah. But even the current Black Star setup, the way the team is shaped, that's like about this, I've not really get some stats. Because it's either Fatao is playing on the right, Semenyo is here, Jordanino is here. Jordanino. That's here. He's here. Capitano don't mean to na bench.
No way.
Capitano. Say Capitano and boy and Capitano be about 10.
Maybe we might.
Na Inaki. Why is it? Say then away free bench.
We might see Carlos for the first time bench Jordan.
Hey, my brother.
It's possible.
No, but he's been your best player. If you're talking about best players in the national team,
He's the best player.
yeah. Look,
But this is
fine, relax.
This is a new man in charge.
No, you see, I'm very rational. When you say it's possible, yeah, it's possible. Because anything is possible. You understand? Because right now, no, it's possible that
it is possible.
It's possible that your hair can turn green. Anything is possible. But if Carlos makes such a decision, it has to be grounded on something reasonable.
Yeah.
It shouldn't just be a certain wish that, it's possible. Because he's been the best player in the Black Star squad in recent time. He's been the best player. No, but which result? So the players who he will be benched for, what have they done? The point is, what have they done?
What they will go on to do.
No, but the point is, you know what they'll go on to do based on what they've done. So what have they done?
No, but I have something that when he's picked and they go on to do good, no one's going to complain.
But the point is, what will be the basis for picking them?
That's for Carlos to decide.
What will be the basis? If you bench Jordan and you say, I'm benching Jordan, okay, maybe he's seen it. Okay, you can say you've seen it in training. But we see everyone in training. They do for training. So right now, Jordan is the best player in the Black Star squad. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so if you bench Jordan, some way. Some way.
Just like Shakira said, hips don't lie.
Yeah, man. Some way. So we'll see. June 1, we'll see the. So
I feel June 1, don't be any
close,
shock.
oh.
The squad we see.
No, we might actually see a shock. It might see a shock.
Me, I doubt, Charlie.
Because most of them have not reported to camp. Some of the players, Jonas Ajeti,
do you-
I saw a picture of Jonas
No, the
Ajeti
28-man squad, and not all of them are.
yesterday in
But-
Ghana.
But do you foresee anybody outside of 28-man squad going to the World Cup? Being added to the World Cup?
I personally think the MLS striker, Prince Osei-Wusu, he is actually a third top scorer.
Was he called up?
He wasn't
28?
called.
So where is he going to pass the camera and do that?
No.
You go use back door.
No, I think it's great because it will be. What's the word for it? No, it won't be suicidal. Is a bit too strong, but it will be just naive on your part to look at Augustine Boache's performance and say, "Charlie, no, this guy is not good enough." He's that good enough. That's why even when he's been included even when he could not make it for the Mexico game because I'm sure they wanted to look at him in the Mexico game to take a final decision. But he's been included, and at the moment he looks very certain to go to the World Cup. He's a very fine player. For those of us who have watched him, can attest that he's a very fine player, great ball carrying.
But
player.
how can he gel? How does he gel with the team? That's the problem. That's where the question marks come in. His cohesion, how is he able to integrate and then bond with the team?
What would be the difficulty with that?
We've seen players struggle with that.
There's a guy who
In
started
that
here
way,
from Ghana.
No, we've seen. No, he's played.
He's not a very different. He started here from Ghana.
He started here from Ghana, but then.
So what's that? What's the gelling? Charlie, Raha, hey, Charlie, Miniano, Charlie, Miniano. What jelly we, brother? What jelly we, Miniano, Sanya, Germany, no, him, she ain't jelly. All right. So explain your gelling.
So there seems to be a huge problem with the Black Stars. Whenever a new player comes in, they seem to struggle. Brandon Thomas Asante, Jackie William,
and all these players are players who.
It took time before they settled.
But you understand their background, right?
No, I understand the background. Bit. I understand the background. Even with the background bit you are talking about, even the local players when they get into they struggle.
Which player has gone in
Isaac
there?
Afo, he struggled.
Oh, but Isaac Afo, he was not even Charlie.
The Lamptey guy they took, the Kotoko guy that they call Lamptey.
All these players.
No, they all struggled.
No, but they were just given a one-time opportunity. They were never a regular part of the team.
He was taken to the AFCON. He struggled.
Yeah, but he was a one-time opportunity.
Ransford connects the offer. He struggled.
But Ransford didn't start from here. He falls in the category of Inaki and Brandon Thomas Asante.
Salih Samed, he struggled.
Salih Samed too.
Oh, Salih struggled.
Oh, Salih didn't struggle.
No, he struggled.
Salih is currently struggling because his club football, he's having issues at the club football level. He went to Sunderland, they froze him. And that was one of his most difficult periods. He went to Sunderland, they froze him, and he left him, Charlie. I said, he forgot how to play football. You know, you feel like it was very unfortunate what happened to him at Sunderland. You know, but I think he got injured, or he got
injured. Yeah.
And when he came back, he got a few minutes back. Yeah. He struggled. So Charlie, okay, Charlie. I mean, him saw a Fantini watch here then.
Be Asante.
Yeah, Charlie.
Make you go chop some food and
yes. Charlie.
but the 28-man squad, I think, like we mentioned, the two goalkeepers are likely to drop, and then we are going to see almost all the players make it. But I see some shocking changes in there. I mean, we might probably see changes in there
because even for some of the clubs,
they've not.
No, I mean for some of the clubs, when they are announcing, they say the player has been called up to the World Cup. That's what they say.
Kwesi Sibu.
Yeah, Kwesi Sibu, Rio Oviedo. They said that Kwesi Sibu has been called up to the World Cup. They don't say he's been included. Yeah, they said they've been called up to the World Cup. So, yeah.
But I've not seen him in camp. Kwesi Sibu, I've not seen him for camp yet.
Yeah, no, but I think the season just ended. They just finished their last weekend. All right, so Charlie, give some time, 1 week, maybe make you relax and come back. Just this weekend, and the Liga ended. So, you need some time to relax and then you'll come back.
Fresh Sibu.
You'll be solid guy. They feel I'm rough. Yeah. It's solid. I want for any I'm gonna say
Fresh Sibu.
They're asking why, and maybe explain to us. They're asking why they chose him over Majida Shimero.
Charlie, like I mentioned, I said this earlier. Carlos Queiroz is a defensive-oriented coach. He likes to sit deep and then hit on the counter. Kwesi Sibu is a player you can bring on in the second half when your team have taken a 1-goal lead or maybe a 2-goal lead.
You break the legs for
you bring him in the middle, he breaks the legs. You make him sit deep. You know naturally Sibo is not a player who can progress the ball. He's not a player who can distribute. He's not a player that can pick the ball and then turn left, right, and then say he's going to dictate the tempo of the match.
Yeah.
Just bring him on. He has energy. Second half, 60-something minutes. You bring him, he has energy. Come and do the tackling and break the line breaking passes. The opposition will be inflicting on the
For the
team.
job that Majid Ashmero does, which players could do that? Which players in the current setup can actually do that even better?
I think Augustin Boachi has that in him.
Yerinchi is in there too.
Yerinchi is in there, but Augustin Boachi has more of that in him. They were all trained from the same academy, Wafa. Augustin Ashmeru. Augustin can actually perform the Iniesta 10 in the midfield like Ashmeru has been doing. But I believe Ashmeru would have given us an upper edge going forward. If he was to be in the team, like when you are in attacking shape.
Partey will give you that easily.
Partey will give you that easily, but then the question comes, does he have the legs? The legs is a problem. Obviously, it's a big problem. And now, as we speak, Partey wouldn't like to play a defensive position. He wants to go forward. We've seen him in the national team. He likes to move a step closer to the box. That's where he's more effective, giving his creative passes and all that. And I think that's what, if Carlos is to utilize him in that position, you're going to see a better Partey in the World Cup. He's going to give us numbers.
I'm actually on the fence as to which kind of Partey is going to turn up at the World Cup, because we are all talking Partey based on the Partey we know.
Yeah.
But the Partey we know now, because his performance for Villarreal last season, let me say last season because the season has ended, hasn't been impressive at all. If you followed him, he's been struggling a bit, and I feel it has to do more with mental aspect of.
I think the reason why Partey,
because
let me
struggled
come
a
in
bit.
some small.
Yeah.
The reason why Partey struggled at Villarreal was
yeah.
because the coach demands constant running.
Okay.
They run in,
So you
and they
feel
run out.
how he's being used
Exactly.
was affecting the performance.
The style which the Villarreal coach plays at Villarreal was not something Partey was going to adapt with.
So-
The coach required that if you are a team, you all run in and then run out. But at Arsenal, we saw Partey sitting. He was sitting number 6.
Yeah, okay.
And that was good for him because he wasn't running. He wasn't doing a lot of running.
But even for Arsenal, the way Arsenal play, Arsenal keep the ball, so you don't
Exactly.
have so much running.
Exactly, but at Villarreal, you don't have that luxury to be detecting the pace. You are required to run. That's why the Senegal midfielder comes ahead of Partey because he's young, he has the legs,
He's athletic, yeah.
and then he runs a lot.
Okay, that's a
that's
fair
why he
point.
comes. But
That's
that
a
guy
fair
is not a quality player than Partey.
Yeah.
But because Partey is,
Yeah.
Partey is, Partey has he has lost a bit of
Legs
and all that.
yeah.
That's why he struggled this season. But Partey is not a bad player at all. That's what I'm saying. That
nobody is saying he's a
that's
bad
what I'm saying.
player.
That if Carlos manages to
Nobody
get the
can
best,
keep the ball better than him now.
if he manages to get the best out of Partey in the World Cup, Ghana might go forward in the World Cup. I'm not going to.
Yeah. Anyway, Panama have announced their squad. Croatia have done same. England have done same. We're just waiting for the Black Stars to do theirs, and then we'll see how the business will unfold. All right. So much to talk about. We'll keep talking about the World Cup even as we get closer and closer and closer. It's now how many days? Is it 14 or 13 days to the World Cup? 14 days to the World Cup. It's fun, man, Charlie. I mean, my we are very fine.